Hi, welcome to Jim's Orbit. In this video, we'll be talking about alignment. I'll show you how to align your vector objects using the align feature, the basic snapping, and rulers and guides. We will then move on and see how to import a reference picture and perform the image trace feature on it. So let's begin. Firstly, I'll just draw a simple background for my artboard. To ensure that it is centered, I can just move it around and look out for when it is automatically snapped to the center point of the artboard. I can also transform the shape to see that the edges are also automatically snapped to the edges of the artboard. Now I have a perfectly fitting background for my artboard. In addition to the very basic snapping, we have the align feature. Just go to window and click on align and you'll see this toolbox. So let's just draw a basic shape. Now if I want the circle to be quickly placed to the top left corner of the artboard, I can just make use of these tools and align it to the top left. I can align it to the absolute center as well. However, if there are two shapes and I want to align them in a specific way with respect to each other and not the artboard, I have to first select align to selection and not align to artboard. And now I can align them towards the left with respect to each other, or center, or top. Other than these simple aligning options, you can make use of rulers to give very specific positions to your objects. For example, if I want to leave a margin here on the left, I can place a guide somewhere here so that I will know that all of the objects have to be towards the right of this guide. Let me show you what I mean. First, go to View, click on Rulers, Show Rulers. You can make use of the rulers and place your objects as per precise measurements. Let's choose the 200 pixel mark here as our margin. To draw a vertical guide, I can just click on this vertical ruler and drag. You will see that this line appears and follows your cursor till you place it. I'll just leave it here on the 200 mark. Similarly, I can also make a horizontal guide. Using these guides now, I can place my objects within specific regions without having to measure each time. I can just pick my object and let it get snapped to these guides. Now remember, these guides are just to help you align your objects, but these are not objects that will be included in your final design. To be able to move around your guides, you have to first ensure that the guides are unlocked. You can go to View, Guides, and Unlock Guides. And then you can move your guides around. If you don't want to see the guides anymore, you can just go to View, Guides, and Hide Guides. So this is all about basic alignment in Adobe Illustrator. Let's move on and see how to import a picture in Illustrator. Just go to the location of the image and click and drag and drop it on the artboard. Remember to only use resources that are license free in your design. If you want to use an image like a reference picture, you want to draw some inspiration from it, you can just keep it here on any side of your artboard so that you always have it in sight. It's very simple to place objects and images in Adobe Illustrator as compared to Photoshop. In Photoshop, you have to remember to press enter every time. I will bring the image to the artboard now and quickly align it to the center. Since this is my own illustration and there are no copyright laws involved, I can go ahead and use the image trace feature. From here in the quick actions, these are the various modes you can use to trace your image. I'll be going ahead with sketched art. Now this prompt is telling me that the image size is too large, so I need to first rasterize it. I can just go to object and click on rasterize for that. Now the outlines have been traced. However, I cannot still work on the multiple objects that this image has. So for that, I need to first expand it. And only now I have my outlines converted to vector objects. I can just go ahead and ungroup it, and then I can move individual objects around. I can transform them or change their color. Now before moving on to saving our work, if I realize that I need my artboard to be smaller in size, I can still just go ahead and click on Document Setup in the Quick Actions and edit artboards. I can just go ahead and transform my artboard and make it as big and as small as I want it to be. I could also write down specific width and height values in pixels for my new artboard by clicking here. When I'm done, I can just press Escape or click Exit from here. Let me just resize my background quickly. Now let me go ahead and save my file. Always remember that only the objects that are inside of the artboard can be exported into another formats. Now I have saved my Illustrator file, but I want a PNG image for my design. I can go ahead and click on Export, Save for Web. Now this is just the preview of your design. This is the zoom level for the preview. You can move the preview around as well just by clicking on it. You can save the image as GIF, JPEG, PNG8 or PNG24, and you can also still change the output size for your image. And when you're done, you can just click on Save. You can save your work in more formats as well by clicking Save As. All these formats, PDF, EPS, SVG, are formats that support vector scalability. These formats are widely used wherever vector work is needed. A simple PNG is not scalable, but these formats are. I'll be saving my vector work as an SVG. An SVG format is opened up in the browser. In our next video, we'll be working with text, gradients, and many other effects as well. And later on, we'll be putting to use all of this basic knowledge and create our own design projects. Thanks for watching.